I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 173 of SZN Podcast. I'm your host, Kam.
I'm your host, Flowz.
And as always, guys, before I kick off the episode, you know the usual now. Please head over to our Instagram, which is SZN Podcast, or our Twitter page, which is SZN Pod. There's a link in the bio on both of those pages there, and that will take you to where we're at situated-wise, streaming-wise. So, yeah, if you like YouTube, that's there. If you like the audio links, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, all that kind of stuff is all there as well. Make sure you guys get that on all major streaming platforms. Flowz, as always, how have you been, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a
Yeah?
somewhat disappointing day, but that's another topic.
Fresh off a stinker of a game. for both our teams, to be honest. Both our teams chopped tails, if you're in my eyes. But yeah.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. Forget that sport. We're here to talk boxing, as always, Flowz.
Yeah.
Coming towards the end of the year now, as we said, the big cards are coming in thick and fast. We have now what is this week? What is it? 1 week left to end of the year? Really? This is gonna be like the last card of the year, or the last stretch, the final stretch, really. Flowz, before we get on to the monster preview that we have for next week, because next week is going to promise to be a special day for boxing, we have to take care of obviously what went down this week, from what we've seen in the boxing ring. Flowz, I think there's only one place to start, but there's a few places we can start, but I think it's only fair to say there's only one place to start. The fight that we were very excited for as boxing purists, I want to go straight into Bam Rodriguez versus Sonny Edwards. Flowz, if you have any qualms with that, let me know now.
Let's get into it.
let's go straight into it then.
Right.
I know you watched the fight, Flowz. I watched the fight. From the off, Flowz, I want to ask you, did the fight live up to the pre-fight expectations that you had from a entertainment factor and from a boxing perspective as well?
Entertainment factor, I think it surpassed what I expected.
Yeah.
I don't think I anticipated the fight to go the way it went in terms of stylistically. But man, it was a treat. It was a treat.
I want to applaud both guys. First of all, Flowz, we're here, on this pod, we do give our flowers to people that deserve it and fighters that deserve it. And even though, yes, there's a winner and a loser, I think both men deserve their flowers for this one, Flowz, for not only making this fight, because they're both clearly the best two, is it super lightweight? Super fly. Yeah. Both the best two super flyweights on the planet. I think that's fair to see. They both got it on. They look to unify. They both talk their talk. And they went in there to, put on a show and entertain us fans when it didn't have to be entertaining. I want to hone in on something you just said, Flowz, about how you didn't expect it to go the way it went from a boxing perspective. Do you want to elaborate on that, Flowz, as we go into it? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I think we told the casuals to stay away from this one because we expected a high level, high IQ boxing chess match.
Yeah.
To pure boxers. And I don't want to discredit them because they can fight as well, but because of their styles, we thought it would be a chess match as such rather than a walking beatdown or walking scrap or war. But I think what we got was a technical scrap, a technical war almost, as opposed to a chess match for the duration of the fight. I think we expected them to use the ring and show footwork and move around, box. But they got to it. They really got to it.
I'm trying to think whose tweet I saw that summed it up. It might have been Devin Haney, actually. Hang on, let me just clarify this because the tweet summed it up for me. It might have been Haney. Come on, please, Devin, please.
If the likes of Haney's locking in, then he's a boxing fan. He knows.
It wasn't Haney. Who was it? It was someone. Oh, it'll come to me maybe. But basically, the tweet was like, these two little motherfuckers can fight their ass off. And I was like, yeah, they can. Like, they had to throw the little bit. These two little MFs can fight their ass off. It's true, they can. And they
might be like a Tony Harrison or someone.
It could have been Tony too. It was someone that we know and we've mentioned before this pod. Obviously, a boxing fan that locked in. It was that kind of fight, Flowz, as you said. High level chess match was what we expected, and I think it kind of begun that way. Yeah, but it very quickly morphed into I'm going to stand in front of you, let my hands go, and you're going to stand in front of me and let your hands go, and we're just going to be trading shots. And obviously, we had our prediction last week, Flowz. We were very clear in that they're both two elite level fighters. So you look at what separates them, and then you lean towards the fact that one of the fighters, apart from naturally being bigger, we didn't even mention the 7-inch reach advantage last episode, Flowz, but obviously that's a huge thing. But we specifically said the power and the fact that one actually does carry power, whilst the other one doesn't really. And when it's hard to separate two people from their boxing ability, you lean to the other intangibles, power being a huge one. So it's fair to say that I guess what we predicted came true in terms of what will win the fight for Mr. Rodriguez. But again, I didn't expect, and again, I want to give credit to Sonny again, because as you say, Flowz, when you're seeing these guys stand in front of each other and trade blows in the pocket with each other, go machine for machine, gunshot for gunshot with each other, you know that's only going to favor one person.
Yeah.
But Sonny Edwards is such a competitor that even though he's completely outgunned, he's got so much heart that he's still in there, in the thick of things, trying to let his hands go and still landing great shots.
Yeah, but landing big shots
and being super competitive and going out on his shield. So I want to big hats off to Sonny Edwards. Let's take it round by round as we usually do, Flowz.
Yeah,
obviously from the start, obviously you're seeing. We said, listeners, if you're watching this, look at the feet. Just look at the feet. I think, Flowz, you mentioned how like from the opening thingy, they both landed jabs, but you see their footwork, they're coming in, pivoting, they're coming in, stepping in, out there straight away with the jab. Like, I know you was loving it. I was loving it as well. I said, yeah.
12 seconds in, I hit pause. I was like, yeah. I was like, do you see when he started with their feet then?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was from the off, as we knew. They wasted no time getting to it, Flowz. And to be honest, Flowz, they were all competitive rounds, all really competitive rounds, close rounds to score, quite cagey, not cagey, but they're all like close, like, you can see a case for giving it this round to this person, or you can see a case for giving it to this person. But what I noticed from the off, Flowz, was, again, I'm used to seeing Sonny. I think Sonny's bread and butter is him on the back foot, for example, being able to box on the back foot and being very, very hard to hit cleanly, whilst he's countering his opponent with pot shots or check hooks or check shots, 1 or 2 counters, then getting out of there, and you're not hitting him cleanly at all. Very good lateral mover, always on his feet, side to side, up and down, like superb mover and whatnot. And obviously, he did say that he knew that Bam would be someone that can match that, and you can see that Bam was matching it. So it was a case we're seeing Bam sort of be the one that's on the front foot, trying to walk Sonny down while Sonny's on the back foot. But even then, I'm seeing Sonny get hit more than I'm used to seeing getting hit. And maybe that's credit to how good Bam is. Because usually I'm used to seeing Sonny make his opponents look stupid, making them miss. But we were seeing Bam actually, match this guy in movement and footwork and actually catch him. I guess that reach advantage helped massively as well, Flowz. That's, like I said, 7 inches is huge, a huge reach advantage to give up. So that definitely helped him. And what I liked about what Bam was doing, Flowz, was he was going to the body quickly, early. And I guess purely they know, obviously, that they have to slow Sonny's movement down, his back foot movement. If they can slow him down, then it'll be fair game. But obviously, it's I don't want to say it was a big but it was an issue. But we've seen early on that I think for me, Bam is winning the battle of the jabs for me, Flowz. And you can see that his jab obviously has a lot more purchase compared to what Sonny's doing. And I think that's testament to the fact that what happened to Sonny's eye earlier on. I think it was as early as round 3, Flowz, that we've seen the nous under Sonny's eye. It might be round 2 even.
I think it's end of round 2.
Yeah. End of round 2, early into round 3, we've seen that Sonny's eye is swollen up. I think it was his right eye, if I remember correctly. But his eye swollen up. And this is purely because it's been hit by Bam's jab. Like, Bam's jab was stiff, it was strong, it was authoritative, and already that eye was causing Sonny problems. And this is why, Flowz, before I let you jump in, this is why I believe after that eye continued to get worse, because obviously Bam continued to target that eye, Sonny's there thinking, don't forget his game is based on his movement and being able to see his shots coming and slip shots and avoid shots. When that vision is starting to fade a little bit due to the eye closing up, he's there thinking, all right, I have to do what I have to do next up, which is let's turn this into a scrap. It doesn't favor me, but I've got to do something. I think that's what went through his head, to be honest, Flowz. I think it's what he kind of confirmed anyways, but yeah, you could see that shift in terms of, I like to say, I think Sonny got dragged into that war, into that scrap, when he didn't want to, probably didn't need to be, or probably didn't want to. But based on the condition of that eye, it's like, okay, I've got to go for broke here now. Let's just rock out.
Yeah. Like I said, round 1 started off more technical. And battle of the jabs, battle of footwork, but also, maybe surprisingly, Sonny was looking to control the center. They were both looking to control the center of the ring to a degree. Sonny more so than I expected. I thought he'd really be on his bike and try and play hit and not get hit. He was obviously trying to do his little counter shots, check hooks, pot shots as Bam came in. But he was very much in the center of the ring more so than I expected. And I think I gave the first round to Sonny, actually, because a lot of those countering and pot shots, and I think there were a lot of clean work from him. And even his jab looked good as well, even though Bam's, like you said, has more oomph to it. Let's if we want to put it that way. I think Sonny was trying to use his jab as well. Second round, I think it was a horror start for him. I think Bam's jab started coming, was flying out and pieced him up.
Yeah.
That start of the second round. I think Bam's jab increased the output also. And like we say, I think towards the end we see the little swelling under Sonny's eye. And I think that came about from him really trying to maybe having some confidence from the first round and thinking, okay, maybe I can step a bit closer to Bam almost. And I don't think it worked out too well. I think if he had been more cautious early on, he would have avoided that. And that swelling under the eye is what kind of probably damaged his vision, where he couldn't go to moving around. He became more stationary.
Yep.
And obviously Bam's coming towards him. So if he wants to have any success in his mind, he's probably thinking, I've got to be here so I can get him. Or we have to go out, don't go out with my shield, but if I want to have any success, I need to be able to see him. And the only way I can see him is if he's in front of me rather than me moving around. So I think early on, Bam dictated the story of the fight by inflicting that damage on Sonny and dragging Sonny into his type of fight rather than having to fight Sonny's type of fight as such. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But it was, look, Sonny could fight. Like we say, Sonny could fight as well. And
Sonny can really fight, man. And,
yeah.
Again, I'm trying to think the best way to put it. I even applaud what Sonny did, because Flowz, again, this is not his usual game plan. To sit there and have a slugfest, technical slugfest, as you said, it's just not Sonny Edwards. But yeah, I think that eye really, really was a huge deterrent for him, Flowz, and his game plan of being able to move around. But to be honest, even before the eye even before the eye thing happened, Flowz, Bam was right there with this guy. So I don't even know if he would have been successful if he went to his usual game plan, because as I said, Bam was good enough to stay with this guy, Flowz, and pivot with him. And so this is how obviously we said on this pod before with Bear Ties. Bam Rodriguez is the flipping truth, Flowz. He's the truth. Like, this kid is special because he's only 23. Like, I forget how young he is. He's only 23 years old. So yeah, we've seen now that it's, when I say it's turned into a technical slugfest, Flowz, both of these men are sitting down in their punches at this point, Flowz. This is coming towards like, this is like round 4, 5, round 6, yeah, Flowz. Round 6, which is the best round. One of the best rounds this year. I'm calling it now. One of the best rounds this year.
I love it.
Flowz, I rewound that round bare time.
We'll watch it back after this.
Because what we see, because again, what I liked about this fight as well, Flowz, what made it super exciting is we're seeing things from both men that we don't usually see. Sonny sitting down and, you know, actually like trying to really, like, with his, bless him, obviously we know he hasn't really got power, but he's really trying his hardest to try and get this guy out of here. We're now seeing Bam Rodriguez, who's usually very cool, calm, very respectable in the ring, showboated. When he's talking to it, when he's got him hurt, he's there putting his tongue out, going. And we've seen in round 6, which was back and forth, by the way, as in you land, I land, you land, I land. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're seeing that Bam's punches, as we know, are way more purchased. Like, Sonny's landing these, by the way, Sonny's landing some superb, amazing shots, flush. Bam isn't really stepping back like that. Bam will land the same kind of shot. You see Sonny's just, you know, blah, blah. So obviously, we've seen Sonny go against the ropes. Bam is there in his face, chatting to him, chatting smack, tongue out, smiling and whatnot. Then Bam has kind of retreated a little bit, hands down, doing this, hands down. The round's not over, by the way. There's 10 seconds left. He's got his hands down. Sonny launches forward with a crazy shot. Boom. As in, flushed his face, knocked his head back. Bam's gone against the ropes. Now Sonny started going crazy. Unloaded. I said, yo, if I was Robert Garcia, I would have been livid. Because it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, cool. Even though we know Sonny isn't a huge puncher, you've given my man a free shot with your hands down, bro. Come on. But that added to it. I said that 6th round, I need more of that. That was sick. And then again, throughout, because it ended in the night, end of the 9th, I think it was when it finally officially ended. But from that 6 onwards, again, you're seeing these two talk to each other. And I'm thinking, I've never seen Bam like this. But obviously, I don't want to say there was need. I think I wouldn't say there was needle between the two of them, but there's a lot of respect. Yeah. And Sonny talks a lot, as we know. Bam is the more cool, reserved customer. But you know the ones where, you know, you heat the battle, you know you got a way with your opponent, and you know you're having your way with him. Because at this point, I think Bam was having his way with Sonny. I'm sorry to say. I think Sonny started to unravel towards the end of the fight, Flowz, and it started to look like a beatdown, to be honest, Flowz, to me.
8 for 9 for bad for Sonny.
Horrible. Horrible. I've never seen him in this way. So I guess all that emotion has just come to Bam, where he's there talking and blah, blah. But I don't see it disrespectful in the way, Flowz. I just think it's heat at the moment. Yeah. You've got an elite competitor in front of you who's talked a lot, and you're just letting your emotions get to you and whatnot. But they definitely respect each other a lot. As in, even after you saw, they respect the hell out of each other. But Bam knew at that moment, Flowz, that, I've got this guy now. Like, he's folding. Yeah. But even though Sonny is folding, Flowz, his heart, man, he's still throwing these amazing shots. He's still catching him. In fact, there was even one time he actually even hurt Bam a little bit. Like, he was still...
I think it was even the 9th, you know?
It might be... I think it might be 8th. I can't remember. But there was a moment towards the end, Flowz, where he's actually hurts Bam, and Bam's actually taking a step back. Yeah. After receiving a beating from Bam. So, Sonny, even though he was losing on my card, Flowz, he was still competitive and active, still landing great shots, still off heart alone. He had no business doing that.
Yeah. It was very much, they were exchanging success throughout the rounds. These rounds were close rounds in terms of what's been landed and what's been landed flush. But we've always said the power stakes lie with Bam Rodriguez. When he lands, it hurts Sonny more. It wasn't really hurting Bam.
At all.
He would land flush. He would do some brilliant shots. So he switched to southpaw maybe in the 4th round at one point, and he had huge success from that short switch. He landed a few overhand lifts. And I was like, it's just not hurting Bam. So I think as the fight went on, Bam was respecting his power less. That's why in the sixth,
Yes.
he kind of
hands down.
Yeah, hands down. But you're forgetting, Sonny's not a soup can. He's a skill.
Yeah.
If he wants to step into your range and your hands are down, boom, his footwork, his speed is quick enough in terms of his jab. Boom, landed that shot and unloaded on him. And I think he'd done it again in the fight where he unloaded on him at the end of the round where Bam was being sloppy. I think Robert Garcia was even getting onto him. It's like the only time he's had success is when you're being defensively lazy.
Yeah.
Partly, but also Sonny's very skilled and showing a lot of heart.
Yeah.
But yeah. Super technical fight in terms of it wasn't just head down and inside fighting and scrapping.
No.
They were doing counter shots.
There was one moment where they were both on the inside. And Bam is smashing the body. And Bam will land a body shot. Sonny straight away retaliate with a shot to the head. Bam will go another body shot. Sonny straight to the head. It was like he was good. It was like you shoot, I shoot. You shoot, I shoot. Head body. Super technical work. You're seeing the way they're placing their punches, Flowz, the way they're moving. Superb, amazing inside work.
Yeah, and you could see the eye having issues with Sonny because he was missing shots. He doesn't use he was throwing shots and it completely miss. And you're thinking, oh, where's he throwing that from? But it come to light that he had a knee injury. He couldn't really see properly. So I think that's why, like we said before, he needed to stay in Bam's range so he could actually land on him. But Sonny mad hot because once again he's not a guy with power, but he was really going out there for it.
He has no business being in a firefight with Bam Rodriguez. No business, and he did it, and he gave us good work. He landed great shots. It's as we know, it's a crying shame when someone isn't blessed with power, Flowz, not blessed with power. It sucks. And what makes Bam Rodriguez so scary, Flowz, as we said, he's got the technical skills patterned, but he can also bang. That's what makes this Bam guy a huge issue. Because when you have both Flowz, we know what's up. The world's your oyster. Look at Bud. When you have both, it's a wrap. So this is what makes Bam Rodriguez such a fearsome prospect. At 23 years old, Flowz, he really is the truth. Sonny Edwards, Flowz, I've seen it as well. Obviously, I've been vocal about how I'm generally a fan of this guy. I know before he was like Marmite, but you're seeing more and more people flock to him because his personality is shining. And even after this defeat, his stock has gone up massively. I'm telling you now, his stock has gone up massively. The way I'm seeing people who are all praising him and whatnot, like before, he used to get a lot of hate, Sonny, because he's always been very vocal. And people, I think, find his personality very off-putting sometimes. But when you hear him speak, he might come across as cocky and whatnot, but he really does know his boxing. And he generally seems like a very nice guy. And he was the most respectful in defeat. Even his tweet afterwards, he was like, damn, you beat me, Bam beat me up. He added him. He was like, yeah, Bam, you messed me up. Well done. So, he just generally is, I think, a genuine person. And I definitely feel like his stock has risen hugely.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch the fight live. I watched it today, which is Sunday, for listeners. And I was preying the comments before actually watching the fight. And people, I saw the result. I was like, damn, stopped. People say it's super technical fight. One of the best fights I've seen this year. Brilliant fight. I was like, yo, this is what I'm like. I was excited. I was like, this is what I expected. This is what I'm looking forward to. So I've been itching to watch the fight, and I've read more comments, people praising both fighters, saying it's a brilliant fight, one of the best flyweight fights they've seen, and it's testament to both guys, testament to Sonny, testament to Ban. Remember, we've known Sonny for some time, and people used to make fun of him about his accent or whatnot, the way he looks or whatever, the way he acts. But we're starting this. His actual personality is coming through in terms of commentary. Pushing for big fights. He's not ducking. He's not trying to fight soup cans. He's been calling for the big fights, moving across the street to join Matchroom to get the big fights. So shout out to him. He'll come again.
I was going to say, Sonny will come 100% come again.
That's a fact.
And Bam, world is his oyster, man.
Yeah.
2-weight world champion. 2-weight undisputed. No, not undisputed. 2-weight unified champion, I think it is.
Yeah.
He can do it. Like I said, he can go for the rest of the belts out of that division. He can go back up again. Who knows? But
yeah,
Bam is special. Bam definitely is very, very special. And I love the camaraderie and sort of the respect between both fighters, Flowz, before the presser, before the fight, after the fight. You know, I'm all about the respect as well, especially when two guys know they're both elite and they're both good. Yeah, man, I really like that. So, but Bam, seeing him do that, yeah, I might see more of that from Bam still. You know, get on to fighters in the middle of the ring. It was very, very, very fun to see.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do it again after.
Yeah, after he got caught twice.
Yeah, I saw there was.
He's lucky. Sonny's a non-puncher, boy, because if somebody else could have really rocked his. Oh boy.
Yeah, if Sonny had power, that fight would have been a bit more. Well,
yeah,
I think it would have been fought differently. I think Bam stopped waiting his power after a few rounds.
He did. No, you saw it. He started just walking down, Flowz. Just started walking down.
Yeah.
Which I kind of knew would happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'll see it again if down the line. Maybe I think this was at flyweight, but they both fought at super flyweight before, right?
Yeah.
So they moved up on it. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think it favors
super.
Sonny. It favors Sonny.
Bam is bigger, so I don't know. I don't think Sonny's actually very small. To be fair,
but I'd watch it again for sure.
Great fight. Well done to both guys. Hats off to both guys. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That's nice. I'm just trying to think. Was there anyone worth mentioning on the other card, Flowz? If not, we can. I think it's only right, given that. We're not going to go too depth into this card, but it is worth mentioning, Flowz, that obviously it was Showtime's final ever card, Showtime boxing, that occurred also on the weekend. End of an era, Flowz. Obviously, we've spoken before about how all the great nights that Showtime have given us, all the classic Showtime fights. We might even have to do one segment one day where we recap the best Showtime fights in the Showtime boxing era. I think that'd be a good one to do, Flowz. Might have to do that at some point.
Mr. Showtime.
Their final ever card, PBC's new home is going to be Amazon Prime. I don't know if we announced it on the pod. I think we talked about it briefly, but I don't think we properly announced it. But PBC heading over to Prime. So this is the last Showtime card. It was headlined by David Morrell Jr. versus Sena Agbeko. We've spoken about David Morrell Jr. before. Up and coming super middleweight fighter. I think he's got the WBA regular belt, I think. Or one of his interim or regular belts. But he stopped Agbeko in 2 rounds, demolished him, completely destroyed him, battered him. Expected. Morrell, I think, is doing what he's called out David Benavidez. He's been calling out David Benavidez for ages. But he's only like 11, 12 fights into his career. So he needs to chill. I keep saying it. He's not ready for Benavidez yet. But he's doing what needs to be. He's doing what needs to be done in terms of he's beating up the guys that are ahead of him, but he hasn't been taken into deep waters yet. He needs to fight someone that could potentially take him into deep waters so we can see what he's like in deep waters. So I don't know what they're going to do with him, but I don't think it's advisable for him to push for a David Benavidez fight just right now. We can see David Benavidez is all the way over there now in terms of his stock and where he needs to be. So, but keep doing what you're doing, Morrell. He's good. He's young, hungry. He looks very promising.
Yeah, for sure. Good win. Good way to end the year for him.
Yeah, good way to end the year. In fact, that card, obviously, the chief support was the rematch between Chris Colbert and Jose Valenzuela. Yeah. That one there is a rivalry in itself, though, because I don't think we discussed it really, listeners, but their first fight was spicy. Chris Colbert, I think Valenzuela has knocked down Chris Colbert in the first round. I think he's knocked him down twice in the first round. And in the end, Chris Colbert has won the first fight by UD, but a lot of people screamed robbery. Pretty much everyone that I could see was like, nah, it was a robbery. Yeah. They've gifted Colbert the win. They've obviously rematched it now. And Colbert is talking, I don't know if you saw the presser Flowz, but the way Colbert is talking, header smack, they're both talking header smack to each other. And Colbert said that they bet $50K. So Valenzuela was saying he's going to knock him out this time, and Colbert was like, "Cap, you're not going to put $50K on it that you're not going to knock me out." And we've seen Valenzuela knock this dirty knockout, by the way, very, very dirty knockout. Slumped this guy to get his revenge. I listened to the in-ring interview of Colbert afterwards. The way he was like, "Yeah, congrats. We need to run it back." That's what he said. Let's run it back, though. Let's run it back. It's what he said. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Oh, too funny. Too funny. His pride was hurt, boy. But that's a nice knockout win for Valenzuela. But Flowz, I didn't even realize this fight was going ahead.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Flowz, imagine my shock, because I've seen the YouTube highlight. I've seen, Showtime boxing, Andre Berto versus Roberto Guerrero. I thought it was the first fight, Flowz. I said, huh? Oh, because sometimes they put up the throwback fights.
Yeah,
they put it in. So I'm there thinking, oh, they're throwing this up. This is a throwback. I remember watching this time ago. Bro, I didn't know they were rematching.
Yeah.
Aren't both of these men 40?
Yep.
I'm finished. We've seen Robert the Ghost Guerrero versus Andre the Beast Berto. What a flipping throwback fight that is. My goodness. I don't know why they decided to throw it back and have that second fight. How long was it? 18 years later? I don't even know how long it was. Time ago. I don't know. Guerrero won. It actually looked like a very competitive fight. I didn't watch the fight. I saw the little highlights, Flowz, but it looked very competitive. I can't lie. But what are these two men doing in the ring again? To be fair, Guerrero's been back, because I know he fought 2 years ago in his comeback.
Yeah.
But this is Berto's first fight, I believe, since
Victor Ortiz.
Ortiz. I think it was since Ortiz.
Yeah.
That was a couple of years ago, though. That was a couple of years ago. But at least Guerrero's been semi-active. But yeah, I hope that's it for these two. But I think Guerrero's going to keep going. He seemed bare happy that he won. The Ghost Guerrero.
When I saw it, I was like, what are these men doing?
I could Flowz. I was so sure. I said, no way.
And they both had Mayweather paydays, so I don't know what they did.
It's crazy, Flowz. I hope. Oh, damn, that's mad.
They looked in good shape. So shocked. I can't say
they looked Flowz. I'm not gonna hate. They both looked. The fight actually, it didn't look like a horrible fight. Like they both were landing good shots, doing good work in there. But it's just like, bruh, why are you here? Fair. Showtime's hilarious, man. Showtime is hilarious. They threw that on last.
I don't know why, but I guess they knew it would be a competitive scrap, knowing both of the fighters. But damn.
Who won the first fight? Was it No. Was it
Guerrero?
Guerrero won the first fight. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So he's got him twice now. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But RIP Showtime, man. Shout out box. Yeah, man. Good run. Great run. Yeah, RIP. Yeah, Flowz, let's not waste time then. We have Day of Reckoning upon us. Well, in a week's time. Day of Reckoning. It's finally here, Flowz. What a wonderful way to end the year. Wonderful way to end the year, boxing-wise. Listeners, I just want to remind you guys of the card. Hergovich versus Demori. Frank Sanchez versus Junior Farr. Makhmudov versus Caballel. Opataya versus Zorro. Bivol versus Arthur. Versus Lyndon Arthur. Dubois versus Jerome Miller. Wilder versus Parker. AJ versus Wallin. Flowz, we're going to be treated to a special night, man. I hope everyone makes weight. I hope there's no issues with, I don't know, drug testing or whatever. There's no injuries. And we're going to be treated to that's literally a night where you can watch at the full card, Flowz. You know, sometimes with these fights, you join in halfway or whatever. But this one, I plan to be seated, Flowz, for the entire duration of the card. Real talk. And I know the Saudis are going to do some madness with entertainment, all that kind of stuff. So, Flowz, I can't wait, man. For you, which is a standout fight on the card for you?
I think the two main events for me, AJ versus Wallin, Wilder v Parker.
Is that also because of the repercussions it has as well?
Yeah, I think that has the most weight behind it, the most implications, and it's two fights a lot of people have called on to happen. We wanted to see Wilder v Parker years ago.
Yeah, we did.
And a lot of people have put Wallin as an opponent for AJ to face. So, I think the two obvious ones are those fights. What about you?
Standout for me. Yeah, the two main events, but I would also go on to say as well, I think Dubois Miller and Bivol Arthur could also be show stealers as well. I think Bivol Arthur, I'm probably going to enjoy most from the boxing perspective.
Yeah,
because I rate them both as two very skilled fighters, even though I do think Bivol's going to win.
Yeah.
Arthur, I'm sorry, but yeah, I like you a lot, but yeah.
I think
he could wash him, but I just feel like I might see Arthur at least maybe be competitive a little bit before he gets washed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Miller Dubois could potentially be a show stealer because of it could just be very explosive in there with the two of them. They both have concussive power, as in they both stop. I mean, Miller is a pressure fighter. Dubois hits hard. He could walk into something heavy. He might get blown out, So that one there is also quite a intriguing one. But yeah, the two main events, I think, obviously speak for themselves, Flowz. And again, the repercussions of both of those fights are crazy, especially for the division. Considering how we've already heard that AJ and Wilder supposedly has been signed on for next year in March. I think they said March. Supposedly that's been confirmed. So that's what we've heard. Yeah. But to be fair, when it comes to realities and Flowz, we tend, what we hear tends to come true, I guess. But yeah. So
I will say as well, Jai Patai, I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Let me just
he's watching him, but yeah, I always look forward I always look forward to seeing a Jai Patai fight for sure. But he's watched him, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that he doesn't have his belt anymore, but yeah, we've discussed that division. We know what that division's on.
Yeah.
Okay, Flo, so sticking with the two main events, I've got to ask you, I guess, predictions. How do you think it's going to go? I think Wilder, I'll start with Wilder Parker. Yeah, good. It's going to be a typical Deontay Wilder fight, Flowz. It's going to be him getting washed, boxing-wise, being pressured, beaten to the punch, blah, blah. But make no mistake about it, Flowz. Joseph Parker will be hit. That big right hand will land, and Joseph Parker, who, as we've seen, isn't as durable as he used to be, will touch that canvas, and he will be counted out. That's it for me. I think Wilder will probably look horrible. He always looks horrible.
Yeah.
When has he ever looked good? Well, maybe once or twice. Maybe Stavern won, probably his best boxing performance. Stavern won, I give him credit for. He actually boxed well. He was disciplined in that fight. But just in general, it's Wilder, man. It's the same usual Wilder, man. He's not gonna Brother Malik, I like him a lot. I don't think Brother Malik has taught this guy how to box. It's gonna be the same sort of thing with Deontay. I'll be shocked. To be fair, was it Fury, where he was doing a bit of a jab. He tried to jab a little bit before he fell to type, and but
he reversed the type. That's his issue.
His issue is he always reverts to type, Flowz, and he will revert to type. Probably when he notices that he's getting pissed up, he'll revert to his usual type of cool, F this, boom, big right hand, see you later. So yeah, I think Wilder is going to win, Flowz. I can't look past the power. It was quick. It won't have gone. But yes, Parker will make it look bad in times, and I would love Parker to win, but I just can't envision it, Flowz. I can't envision it. And Flowz, you know how many times I've gone against Wilder?
Yeah.
All my life I've gone against him, and he's come apart from Fury, but all my life I've said, he's gonna lose. This one he's gonna lose. And he's looking horrible, and he pulls out the bag all the time. The biggest one was, what's his name, King Kong.
Yeah,
King Kong had this guy on he had him on the flows, had him on the ropes. I said, fine, this is the day where he pulled out the bag. Twice pulled out the bag. So, yeah. Sorry, Parker. I think you'll give a good account yourself, but you will get caught by that big right hand, and it's night-night.
Yeah, I've mulled this one over for a long time. Because once again, I believe Parker will be winning for however long it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
But Wilder's right hand, if it touches Parker, and it's not that Parker's he's not super elusive anymore. He's not. Yeah. His style is kind of evolved to be a more stand there and try and scrap.
Yeah.
So he likely will be touched. But I'm trying to look at all the factors here. Joseph Parker he's been active, but he's fought Sukans. He's legit fought and we've labelled him not a killer because he should have got Chisora out of there. There's no real. He's too nice.
Mm-hmm. Even Dylan White.
Yeah, Dylan White. He's too nice. He hasn't fought anyone legit in the last year. I know he's fought 3 times this year, but there's been no one significant.
Yeah, they've been. While
Wilder hasn't fought in a long time. The one fight was against Hellenius. He got out there in a round.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, that's while I do think Parker. You know what? I'm going to say Parker, man.
Oh, Flowz. I was thinking, don't do it. Surely, okay, that's cool. No,
you know what?
I want Parker to win, but
Parker, but
what?
Hit, man.
How? UD.
Yeah, because Wilder won't go. We've seen Wilder's got heart. Yeah,
he's stubborn.
got heart.
Yeah.
He'll keep, and Parker's not a killer.
Yeah.
So even if Parker has him hurt, so I trust him to. In fact, when Wilder's hurt, that's his most dangerous.
Yeah, it's true.
Parker was good on his back.
Bro, Ortiz had this. Look, Flowz, for the entire round, he was wobbly legged, but then out of nowhere, he just hit.
Wilder's knocking him out, man. I can see. Parker get
Flowz, wasn't it? Even in fact, both Ortiz fights, he's had this guy hurt.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, he just thrown some random shot, and Ortiz. I said, "Wait, what?" That's why I said this guy is fake. The power is fake because you shouldn't be able to throw big shots when you're hurt. But he somehow mustered something, and he's jarring, man. He's very jarring. I can't stand it.
The Spilker knockout. That just throws his shoulder. Boom.
Even out of nowhere. The Helios one was the maddest one because that didn't even look like a punch. That's how you told me. You thought you said this is definitely a dive because there's no way.
But then I'm looking at Hellenius' eyes.
Brother, he wasn't a dive. Helios was Sparko, bro. He was knocked out. He wasn't a dive.
Oh man, Parker.
Yeah,
just don't get hit, man.
Because if he do, yeah, but he floats. He's gonna get hit though. Oh, it's jarring. It's jarring. He's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Flowz. But yeah, you stand on business. You said Parker.
Yeah,
cool. I'll say
Parker, man.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Parker, do something. Parker's another one. I've given Parker bare chances, and he's always let me down.
I know.
Always let me down. So this is the last chance, Parker.
Okay.
Wait. Before we go to the other one.
Okay.
Murphy's Law is another reason why I think Parker wins.
Because eventually you can't keep it. Okay, yeah. But
you can see something.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
We're not going to get it because Parker's going to. And maybe it could apply to the fight we're about to discuss now.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if you're saying Parker wins that, Flowz, that's upset. Number one.
Yeah.
What do you have for number two then for AJ Wallin?
Man, AJ better smoke this guy, man.
No, that's what you want to happen. But what do you think is going to happen, Flowz? Now, Wallin's been active, but the level of position hasn't been the best, I would say.
Yeah, who did he fight? Was it Bradis? No.
He beat Hellenius before. Didn't he fight? No, was it? Who did he fight in? Didn't he fight like Hellenius?
He fought someone recently. Bradis is meant to fight.
Can't be Bradis.
He fought someone.
Oh, Gassiev. Yeah, he went to Russia.
Gassiev.
Yeah, sorry, in Turkey. Yeah, Gassiev. Yeah.
And it was a close fight.
Yeah, SD.
It was a close fight. About AJ bring the dog, man. If AJ's
let me just go. So obviously, he's fought. This will be his first fight in 2023. The other guy he fought was some guy called Helamin Oguin.
Wallin.
No, yeah, Wallin. Sorry, Wallin. Yeah, Wallin. Helamin Oguin, and then before that, Rydell Booker last year, and then Sokolovsky as well last year. And obviously, we know he as Hayden said, took out the trash in Dominic Brazil. But yeah, the level of opponents that he's been fighting, he went to points with Sokolovsky. Sokolovsky is tough, but yeah. Wallin isn't a killer. That I will say. Like that, AJ has. If you want to use that as like a pro for AJ, Wallin in Germany is not because even the Brazil, he outboxed him for 12 rounds, for whatever rounds, but he didn't even like hurt him or nothing.
Yeah,
he schooled him, but that's it. The Brazil, as we know, is very knockoutable, as we've seen. So I don't know if you. I think Wallin is a superb boxer, or a good boxer. Let me not say superb. That's a bit too. But he's a good boxer, as we know. But he is not a killer. That I will stress. So I don't know if we'll use that in AJ's favor.
Do you need to? Because AJ's scared of getting hit. AJ doesn't want to get hit. He's tentative, and if a boxer is going to be throwing punches and trying to box you, and AJ's scared of getting hit, and like backing off and being tentative and wary, He could lose. He could lose. He has to.
I can't stress this enough. I've been saying it, Flowz. We can't see a tentative AJ against this guy. He has to make a statement. I feel like this is deja vu, Flowz. I've been saying the same thing for AJ in his last couple fights. Said it against Flowz. Said it against my man, the guy we like, who fought Dylan White.
Jermaine Franklin.
Said it against Franklin.
Yeah.
Let's go back. This is the exact same thing I'm saying now. Is what I've said for Franklin. AJ, you can't be tentative. Make a statement. Didn't really make a statement. So the exact same thing with Helenius. Oh, Helenius, even bigger food. Can't be tentative. Make a statement. Cool. It was a statement, knockout win. But before, up until the 7th round, you were there vexed. So why is this guy jabbing your head off?
Yeah.
Didn't Helenius bust his nose?
Yeah. Second round early as well.
So again, I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time with AJ. Don't be tentative. Make a statement. As I said, Flowz, I've said before, I don't think we'll see that killer AJ again. Or I wouldn't say that killer AJ again. Obviously, he still knocked people out, but that bully, whatever AJ that we used to see, I feel like I've given him enough chances now, Flowz. I don't think it's coming back.
So what are you saying?
However,
okay.
But no, I was going to say, but it's not enough for him to lose to Wallin, I don't think. If it was someone else that was a higher level Wallin, I would say hands down, he's losing this fight.
Yeah.
I think Wallin, again, is a good opponent, very tricky opponent, big banana skin. But I still feel like, despite AJ not being that same killer anymore, he should still have enough to get by Otto Wallin. So much so that I won't be surprised if this is the young SDMD Flowz. Wow. I don't even know if he'd knock him out. I think he gets the win, but I can't even predict a knockout at this point. I think he gets the win though.
Is a knockout a statement if he knocks out Wallin?
It's more of a statement, yeah. Because
he needs to go for it, man.
Wallin hasn't been stopped. Obviously, he hasn't lost, so he hasn't been stopped. Fury failed to knock him out. So if he does somehow knock him out, it's a statement because it's like, this is the guy that gave Fury hell and blah. So yeah. I would like for him to go for a knockout and make that statement, Flowz, but I don't know if he will. But I do think he will do enough to get the W. I know you think AJ wins?
Are you going
to?
I think AJ wins. I think he has no choice but to win, and I think once again he has no choice but to go for a knockout. I think he has to. He's been talking spicy in the press conference. He's been, I don't know, maybe knocking out Helenius has kind of woke something up in him. I'm hoping.
Very nice.
First knockout in a long time.
Yeah, superb KO.
Maybe that's awakened something for him. He needs that dog back, and there's something there for you, AJ. There's a comeback.
Maybe having Wilder on the card, and his other man that you actually have rivalries with, Jerome Miller, don't you want might have him awaken that beast again and be like, okay, you don't think I'm sweet. I'm not sweet. Like, so maybe having Wilder, just because he'll be on after Wilder. So Wilder might have a chance to make a statement first, because AJ, I think it's the final fight of the evening. If he's there and he sees Wilder do that, let's see what kind of man you are. There's two things. It's either fight or flight, right? You either rise to it and be like, cool, I'll show you what I can do. Or it's like, right, I haven't got that in my locker. So, yeah. I definitely feel like AJ's got the trickier opponent, for sure. He always gets a short end of the straw. Wilder's been saved many times against in terms of opponents.
Yeah.
But I rank AJ a certain level, Flowz, so I want him to rise to the top. As I said, cream always rises to the top. So, yeah. I'm pulling for an AJ win. I just don't know if we'll see the statement I want to see.
Yeah.
There's
another one. I've been giving you better chances, bro.
The most chances, man. The most chances.
I'm giving you better chances. Look, it's now or never. You got to get a knockout. Now or never. Because you face one in the amateurs. You beat him.
Yeah.
So, and you've been talking smoky to Wallin.
Yeah,
Wallin's just been saying what he's meant to say. You're talking bears.
Respect me.
Back up.
Yeah.
Like
command respect.
Exactly. You don't need to talk about it no more. When people are saying you're past your peak, show us.
Yeah, man. Hondo.
And a lot of people, you know what people do. People rate Wallin. They say, "Why he lost to Tyson Fury?" And he was a cherry for Tyson Fury. They were saying back then. So let's be fair. People calling him a cherry for Tyson Fury. This is someone you've beaten in the amateurs. Granted, or Wallin's skilled. We saw it. But yeah, make him look like a cherry again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he will, but I expect him to win.
Yeah.
I expect him to win.
100. Okay. Might as well run through the card a little bit then, Flowz. Dubois versus Miller. What are you saying?
Miller.
Yo, Flowz.
Miller.
Swear.
Yeah, look, I haven't even seen Miller fighting. I kind of stopped watching him after. Well, since he's come back, I haven't pre him.
No, but Flowz, you didn't hesitate. You went Miller.
Yeah,
no hesitation. Why is that?
If
you think Dubois gonna fold again, don't you?
Yeah, I think if Dubois can't get him out of there, he'll fold. Look, then give Dubois credit, man. You can't fold 3 times. This is the 3rd time. You've got to be, I never folded again. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I've never folded.
Yeah.
Like me. But I just think Miller, actually, this is me just talking nonsense. I haven't watched Miller since.
Yeah, I haven't watched
the old Miller.
From my understanding, it's the same kind of style, though.
If it's the same one, then he could potentially drown. But Miller wasn't great.
But at the same time,
active, big.
At the same time, Flowz, but you can say that. But him being so come forward, he can easily walk onto something mean. Dubois hits hard. That we know. Dubois can bang. So I'm leaning towards Dubois because I just feel like I think Miller been around in boxing is a disgrace. Obviously, I know he had a lot of to it, and him winning means that he's gonna stick around more, and you see him command these other fights. But at the same time, what he did was abhorrent, bro. It was terrible.
Yeah,
awful what he did. But it's there for him in terms of he's not the best boxer, Miller, but he will overwhelm you with his activity and his size.
Yeah,
but because he comes forward and he will just walk forward and come forward, you can time it and just whack him as he comes in because he's so aggressive. So, yeah, it's a very intriguing one.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Dubois. You can stick with me. I'll go with Dubois because I like to hope that Dubois has finally learned from his. And he's as you say, he's looked at himself and said, "No more folding." So yeah,
Dubois should knock him out really and truly. But
I think so as well. I actually think Dubois should stop him.
He should. But yeah, I think it'd be funny if Miller wins.
We know what's going to happen in terms of if he wins, what he's going to say, how he's going to move.
Yeah. I will say Miller talks himself up more than he actually is. He talks himself way up to his actual ability.
Yeah.
He's just that he's heavy and he throws punches, which is awkward for anyone. And it might be awkward for Dubois, but Dubois will land. It's a question of whether Miller can take his punches or not.
It's a great test for Dubois, to be fair.
Yeah.
Tough bounce back fight as well. But as you said, he's gonna chop that tree down, Floss.
He'll land frequently as well, Miller.
Yeah, he will.
He'll land frequently. So
you
better get him out of there. If not, it's a question. If he doesn't get him out of there early, will he start to fade? Is my worry for Dubois.
Right. Yeah. Hey man, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Chop that tree down.
Bring it on.
Oi.
What are you gonna do to him? You're gonna beat him up.
What's it? Oi. Funniest guy.
Is there another press conference to come? Because
I hope so. I hope there'll be like a final.
Yeah, there will be.
There usually is. Because don't forget, there were some people who weren't even in attendance. Like Frank Sanchez was in there and whatnot. So yeah. Okay, all right, cool. Bivol Arthur. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Arthur. Again, great fight for you, but Bivol is ridiculous. Bivol generally is ridiculous. One of the best boxers on the planet. Is what it is. Opentaya Zoro again. Sorry, Zoro. Stop planning your next fight because this one is a wrap. There was there. You start looking at your next opponent, Flows. Because
aim to look impressive.
In fact, Flows because you see Opentaya, he's the type of guy that fights with chip in the shoulder. Because obviously we saw what he did to that Jordan Thompson guy because of the fact that I think because he was injured and like I think other fight fell through. So he said he was obviously he'd been out the ring for ages. He's been itching to do something. Now that he's had to give up his title, I know this guy's gonna want and do something mad again. Like I know it, Flows. So he's gonna kind of destroy this guy. So yeah, try Just try and look as best as you can, Ellis, is what it is. Makhmudov Caballero is interesting, Flowz.
It's a good one.
I don't really know who to. Maybe I might lean towards Makhmudov, but
yeah, same.
Yeah, I might lean towards Makhmudov, but they're quite similar levels. I think Makhmudov's got more of a scary sort of like demeanor, I guess, recently because he's pretty much won all his fights bar one by KO. Caballero's been around for a long time, to be honest. His name has been there in and around the mix for ages. He's usually a good sparring partner for a lot of these guys, so he's well known.
Not had he shot yet as such.
Honestly, he's been around for time. You've heard his name for ages. I thought the win for one of these guys takes him to the next level, and maybe puts him in a position where, like a Wallin level, you know what I mean? In terms of, okay, they're kind of next up, they're waiting for their shot, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'll give it to Makhmudov.
Yeah, I'll lean towards Makhmudov on that. Sanchez Jr. Far, similar situation to Opotaya and Bivol. Sorry, Far. Stop planning your next fight. You're getting Frank Sanchez is cold. We've said that he should be ranked a lot higher than he is. In fact, seeing him like so far down the card Flowz, I think is a disservice to him. Frank Sanchez, he's better than Dubois in my eye. I think Frank Sanchez is really good.
Yeah. Been badly promoted, man. Sanchez.
Horribly promoted. But he's cold. So yeah, listeners, I'm talking him up now. I hope he doesn't stink. But yeah, he actually is a good fighter. So he should smash Junior Far. And then lastly, Hrgović Demori, which isn't even a competitive fight anyways. Hrgović should easily come through that Demori guy. Shout out to Demori though. He moved me with his speech, like I said, man. Shout out to him. So yeah, man, fantastic card of boxing. I can't wait to see what happens, Flowz. I can't wait to, the whole day is gonna be great. You're gonna see all the, His Excellency is gonna have all the people over again, all the boxing, elite legends again. I can't wait to see all the link ups again. Probably have more this time. Like I can't wait. Like I look forward to seeing all of that. To be honest, Flowz, all the stars in attendance should be cold, man. It should really be cold. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
With that, Flowz, I think that's that content. I think that's it for this upcoming week. But I quickly want to touch upon a few things. We might have to introduce a new segment, Flowz. We might have to introduce it if this carries on, called Beef in the Streets. Because this week,
crazy.
In terms of boxing beef on the Twitter sphere, on the Twitter sphere, has been crazy. Ladies first, as we know, Flowz.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about our queens, because two of our queens right now are going at it, Flowz.
I couldn't believe it.
Flowz, do you want to do the honors and sort of setting the scene for us?
Look, I don't know where they stem from. I think maybe that a live happened or whatnot. But I'm on Twitter and I'm seeing AB and Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, the face of boxing.
Make sure we get the right AB, please. Yeah.
Alicia Baumgartner, the face of boxing, and the GOAT, Clarissa Shields, talking about potentially fighting.
Yeah.
And AB saying, I want to fight you. I want to challenge myself. I want to be the best. I've always wanted to fight you. We've talked about it. And Clarissa's like,
moving that.
You're my girl.
Yeah.
I don't know when you wanted to fight me. I said I'll never fight you. But if you want it, we can do it.
Yeah.
And then it seems somewhat respectable, but a bit spicy.
What did I say?
I said it to you. I said, Kam was like, look, it's gonna heat up quickly. It's like it's respectful for now.
But it's gonna be spicy very soon.
Literally. Even that night.
That same night, what happens?
The last final tweet from Clarissa was like, it's called a weird for saying, sweetie or something, tweeted and saying goodnight.
So Baumgartner said, okay, whatever you say, boo, and she's done a kissing emoji.
Yeah.
Chris is just she said, cut all that weird stuff out. I ain't your boo.
And then right back to it the next day. That's when the beef legit kicked off.
Kicked off, boy. Kicked the hell off.
Going back and forth. Talk about, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna beat you up.
Alicia said one tweet that started like, she was like, something about, look how shook she is now that I'm bucking up a tree.
Yeah.
No one is scared of no Clarissa Shields, and yes, I'll knock her big ass out. Yes, I'll drop her big ass.
Yeah.
That's what she said. And the moment I saw that, I said,
Clarissa.
Clarissa needs no invitation, no excuse to get cracking. She's just gone crazy. About you look, I'm gonna wash the floor out of you. I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna beat you up. Blah blah blah. When she said I'm gonna stop you, Alicia's replied, with what power? I said, yeah, it's really cracking now, Flowz. It's really going,
bro.
Out of nowhere, I'm here for it though. Look, they're my two queens, Flowz. I love them, but if they can come, to be honest, it still feels very long shotty to me.
Yeah,
very very far
they're talking about.
Because they're saying, obviously, Alicia is a lot smaller than Carissa naturally.
Yeah.
So for it to happen, Alicia will need to go to 147. Carissa will have to come down to 147. Carissa seems like she would do it if she's on it. Like she said, she's like, yeah, fine, we'll make it happen 147. But look, obviously, Carissa might be a bit weight drained coming down to 147, but Alicia really is naturally a lot smaller than her. So I feel like all the favors lie on the Carissa side of the table in terms of all the natural gifts and whatnot. I also think that Carissa Shields is a better boxer, to be honest, Flowz.
Yeah.
But I respect Baumgartner, man, for just doing it and she's bored. I can tell Alicia's bored. And she claims that, she's always wanted to fight her. And when they were in the gym together, she said to Carissa, oh, yeah, I want to fight you. We should do it 147. And apparently Carissa's sort of taking it as a joke and not taking it seriously. And she's told her there and then, no, I'm being serious. I want to do it. But I don't think Carissa, obviously her being so much smaller than her and the fact that they were actually like friends, she's not taking it seriously. Like she's thinking, yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah. But it turns out, it seems like Alicia has always wanted to fight her. So, but Alicia's coming from the tip of, it's not, obviously it's turned disrespectful now. But she said it was just a respectful, as in, she's a competitor.
Yeah.
She respects Clarissa as a competitor, which is true. And it's a competitive sport. Look, it's a contact sport. Like you can call someone out when in a respectful, competitive nature. You get it on, you have your fight, and you become friends afterwards. The issue is, unfortunately, Clarissa Shields is a bit of a psychopath. I'm sorry, she unfortunately is a bit of a psycho. So even a respectful call out, she can very easily take it as disrespect. And that's why I said to you, Flowz, it's going to get spicy real quick because I know Clarissa. We see what she's like.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you want to see the fight happen, Flowz? Or no?
It's the weight classes are too far apart.
It's too far apart.
They're too far apart. It doesn't even like this. There's too many fights in between, or too many weights in between. Interesting fights. Look, we don't really want to see my queens go at it like that. You handle this side, A and B, get back. We need you back out here.
Yeah.
It was entertaining because look, I believe these girls when they talk smoky. I believe them.
I was gonna say the thing is, it is far fetched, but at the same time, because it's women's boxing, it probably can happen. Based on the fact that these lot always get it on somehow. They always find a way. So boy.
Yeah. It's possible, but there's just a lot in between.
I'm intrigued because they will run into each other. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
At some boxing event, maybe even flipping their reckoning. I need to see what the energy is like in person.
Clarissa said, keep the same energy in person.
and Alicia said that. She said, I will. She said, I've been keeping the same energy in person. So, whether it's Radio Raheem, Klugen, Fight Hype, don't do no nonsense, whatever we did with flipping horrible camera work, what you did with Adelaide Wardley. You man need to be in position, primed, good position, like they did for Keyshawn and what's his name, Frank Martin, when they had to get like they were there. But when them two actually meet in person, I need to see what's going on. I just need to see. Then we'll know if this is actually realistic or not, Flowz.
We'll see. Shout out to
came out of nowhere, man.
It's legit.
And the other beef in the street segment, Flowz. The whole Javante versus Bill Hader versus Devin is frying, Flowz. It's frying. It really. Bill Hader is applying pressure, and Javante's annoying. He's very, very annoying, Tank.
Yeah.
He's doing his usual tweet and delete, little, subliminals here and there.
Yeah.
The Bill Haney impression video killed me, by the way. We're moving to 140, bro. But he's replying now. He's actively replying. Even today, Devin posted something. He posted a picture on Instagram. You know, it's like a picture of him and like Tank going at it. He said, Inshallah next year. Yeah. And Jamonte's commented saying, you know what happened to the last N-word who posted this? Cool. So they're both going at it now. Again, Flowz, I don't see it happening anytime soon because I'm there printing Ellaby's tweets and it's the usual Tank bullshit and doubling down and talking about pay-per-view buys and whatnot, that. It's usual for Tank. Tank is going to be protected. They're not going to throw him in there. Simple as. I think Devin's wasting his time. I think the Haynes are wasting their time, but Bill seems hell-bent. And apparently it's come out now that Tank has turned up. They offered Tank 20 mil to fight and Tank's turned it down, apparently.
Yeah.
Hearn confirmed that as well, but I don't know.
Look, I think they should keep applying pressure, but at the surface where all the fans see, keep applying the pressure and let the fans ride on that pressure, but obviously find alternative rules, which it sounds like they're doing. I don't know if you saw that they've spoken about Akuna Ben and Teofimo's reached out to Haney as well to make a fight. So they've got options. I'll see them all. But keep applying pressure to Tank, PBC, Leonard Ellaby, Al Heyman. Let all of them know. Keep applying pressure because it's about time we see Tank in a fight that we want to see. A Tank that the fans are calling for. We didn't see him against Lomachenko, and he was before these men.
Yeah, he was. He was the first in line. Yeah.
First in line. Lomachenko wanted him. But we've seen Teofimo fight Lomachenko. We've seen Devin Haney fight Lomachenko. And they wanted
George Kambosos fight him.
And Tank has been nowhere near him. You didn't see Tevin Farmer versus Tank.
Yeah.
Now that fight dead in the water.
Never happened, no. Yeah.
And all it was Tank beats him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just didn't fit the formula for PBC. So keep applying pressure till they have to. Because if they give us the next fight Tank has, and it's not serious, he's in big trouble.
He's at Cruz, bro.
It's in big trouble. So they got to keep applying pressure. So people are like, damn. People are like, wow, is this what it is? Is this what you're going to keep doing? So keep applying the pressure. And eventually.
I love it when you see, because Tank, look, I will always rate Tank. Yeah. His stands are unbearable though. And sometimes the stands make you start to hate the fighter. So they're jumping for loopholes as to why, but Devin isn't a draw. He just brings something to the table. The simple reply is, please tell me what Hector Garcia brought to the table. And you see them, there's nothing. And Flowz, silent. So it just use your brain. Stop listening to everything Ellaby feeds you, the nonsense that they feed you, the PBC lot, and just think about it, what they're actually doing, how they're calling the fans, calling people like you, because you're there saying, but Devin doesn't bring anything. What does Isak Cruz bring to the table, please? What does a weight drained a weight drained Santa Cruz, or you know what I mean? Like all these guys,
Barrios,
fam. What are we doing here, Flowz? What the hell are we doing?
They're riding off the Ryan Garcia pay-per-view numbers. They're
hard.
Riding off those numbers.
Hard. And even the Garcia fight, what was it? Catch weight. He was weight. You know what I mean? Like
rehydration clause.
Bullshit stipulations to favor. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Stop this. Yeah. Stop calling the fans. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But
and obviously both sides are saying, I'm not doing that 140. Haney said, I'm not coming down to 135.
What did I tell you? I said the Haneys aren't punks. They said straight away, no rehydration, no catch weight, 140, both guys, healthy weight, no short camps. No, literally. Both guys have a fair playing field. Let's get this guy. Because now, you see what they're doing. Team Ellaby, pre-Ellaby Twitter, they're jumping on the whole, but Haney came in at 165 pounds against Regis. You see that they're pushing that one hard now.
Yeah. That's the one they're running to.
They're nasty.
They're rushing to. But when Haney was having to make 135, and there was no one mentioning, he's weight trained, he killed himself to make that weight. No one was saying that apart from Devin's team.
Standard procedure, by the way, in terms of them weighing in much heavier or whatever. We know Devin's going to do that anyways. So, man, it's nasty. But again, I don't envision the Tank fight happening anytime soon. as you say, with Ben and Teofimo, those are more realistic to me. And just, well, I want to see Teofimo anyways. That's the one I really want. So I don't even care about Ben. That's more for you. That's more to a piece Flowz.
I will say as well, shout out to Canelo, because he's moving up through the weights, and I've never seen him. Has he put a rehydration clause in any of these fights?
Ooh.
Maybe
one. Maybe one.
Yeah. I think maybe he's done it once.
I feel like he has done it once.
Golovkin? Yeah. I can't remember. Maybe he's done it once. But he's moving to, and he says, no rehydration clause, because they criticize me if I do it. So shout out to Canelo.
Yeah, Kovalev.
Didn't say. Was it Kovalev? Yeah.
But that's because that was the first time he moved up 2 weight classes. That's why.
Yeah, that's the first time.
But after he got the feel out of it, then it was not.
Yeah. So he's done it once and never done it again.
Facts. The real face of boxing Flowz, not the guy from Baltimore. Sorry to say.
I saw why the try claim he was the face of boxing.
Or yeah. Come on, bro.
Like,
cut out, bro. You really hope he loses next week. But Flowz, it's gonna have that right hand. My gosh, it's inevitable. It's inevitable, man. I can't wait for next week, man. Listeners, I'm sure you can't wait as well. It's gonna be a wonderful day. I think we can call it a day there, Flowz.
Yeah.
See you guys next week. All right, man. It's an episode 173 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I'll be your boy Kam.
Boy Flowz.
Keep running them streams for us, guys. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.